Yesterday, when we left you, I said, all right, here's the situation for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Favored by 10, Bengals coming to town, standalone game, no Joe Burrow. The AFC is there for the taking. You play in a division that is apparently getting more competitive each week, that we didn't think so, with the Texans and the Colts. And you have national TV. Put on a show. Let us reinvest in the Jags. Clean game, maybe win by 14, and then you move on to Cleveland next week. Cleveland is starting Joe Flacco, who is a year younger than me. Okay.
I checked this. He's a couple years younger.
Oh, he is a couple years younger. Okay. And I'm thinking, all right, just a standalone clean game. All right, Jake Browning's quarterbacking the Bengals. Okay. Had one fabulous year in college at Washington, and he is your backup quarterback for the rest of the season. So it's there. They're going to win. The question is style points. That's what we were looking for. It's like a college football game. It's a game where you go, man, all right, let's get some style points here. Let's showcase our quarterback. We got some really good players here. Nobody really knows us, national landscape here. And then all of a sudden, the Bengals, Jake Browning looked like he was Joe Burrow out there. And, Jamar Chase. I mean, since entering the league in 2021, he has 10 catches of 50 or more yards. That is tied with one guy over that span, and that is Tyreek Hill. When he gets it, he makes you pay for it, and you saw that last night. But the Jags did have a chance to win this game, and this is one of those where you look back. All it takes is that one game. Because, like the Cowboys against the Eagles, it's so important because if you don't win your division, then you're the 5th seed, and then you're on the road. And then the odds of you getting to a NFC title game or a Super Bowl, decrease dramatically. Here's the AFC South. Not exactly murderer's row here, but give credit to the Texans and the Colts. They have been competitive, and they, are staying in the thick of this. But you got to win this game. You have this opportunity, and then your quarterback gets banged up. Not quite sure the severity of the injury, but this is Doug Peterson, the Jags head coach, on Trevor Lawrence's injury.
I don't have any information yet on Trevor. We're still evaluating him, so he'll have more, tests and things done here tonight and tomorrow. So I'll probably have a better update for you tomorrow on that. But, we had position players go down, but look, it's part of the game. It happens, and it's unfortunate, but, next guy up has to be ready to go and play.
Yeah. They had a chance. But you're at home. It shouldn't come down to, hey, we had a chance. Jake Browning, acting like Joe Burrow, had this to say after throwing for over 300 yards.
I think after you put up 10 points in your first start, you're kind of excited to get another crack at it, where you feel like I had a better week. I kind of knew, was able to reflect on going through a week of it, which I can watch Joe or whoever I've been behind do it a million times is different once it's you. And so I was able to kind of reflect on what was my week like, and what do I need to improve. The main thing is just having those reps and having another week of it, and we were able to put up points.
And Troy Aikman pointed out something, that when you get thrust into a game after an injury, as opposed to you have all week to prepare for a team as a backup quarterback, it is immeasurable. The value that you have when you get those reps, you start, Monday, and then you go all the way to Saturday, and then you get ready to play a game. You're prepared. Your teammates are prepared. They know who you are, your cadence, how you are in the huddle, what kind of ball you're going to throw, all of those things. As opposed to, hey, go in there and try to save a game. Now Jake Browning at least has that opportunity to prepare each week because he's going to be the starter. And I think the Bengals were pronounced dead a couple of times on this show. Is that right, Seton O'Connor? Are they still dead to you?
Definitely.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why last night would change anything. I know the hot storyline is a new Brock Purdy, question mark? No, it isn't.
All right. Seton is not in on the Bengals. They are dead to him. Yes, Paulie.
Bengals are 6-6. They're still 4th in the AFC North. For the playoffs, they need some help. They're behind the Broncos.
Yeah, they need some support from Seton is what they need. That's the help.
They're doing it in spite of him. It's bulletin board talk.
Poll question today, Seton. What are we going to go with?
Well, we could start with what you were just sort of toying with.
Mm-hmm.
Which 6-6 AFC team do you still believe in? You have the Bills, Broncos, and the Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Bills.
A lot of belief in those teams, and I'm not.
I'm going to go Bills.
Over the Broncos?
I still believe. Well, if they had beaten the Texans, then then they wouldn't be 6-6, so they wouldn't be part of the poll question. I'm going to go Buffalo Bills. I still that was one of my Super Bowl teams, so I'm going to stay with the Buffalo Bills.
Even over the hot Bengals right now.
Yeah.
Because they are back.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Oh, I thought they were.
Yes, Paul.
The next few weeks, the Bengals face Gardner Minshew, the Vikings, whoever's quarterbacking the Vikings this week. Then they got Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers, then Chiefs and Browns. That's the Bengals schedule upcoming.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
Saying there's a chance.
It's friendly.
Yeah. The Jags are still the odds-on favorite to win the AFC South, followed by the Texans and the Colts. No update on Trevor Lawrence. We'll keep an eye out on MRI this morning. The way he went down, I think now we're conditioned to think, is that an Achilles? And it was his teammate who caused the injured ankle. And you could tell by his reaction that it felt a little bit more severe. Now, they said it's a sprain, but once they go in, check it out, MRI, then, we'll get, some kind of declaration on that. But his reaction was it seemed more serious than just a sprained ankle. Any other poll questions you're thinking about aside from the most dangerous 6-6 team in the AFC? I don't know if that's going to stop people in their,
I don't know. You know what?
In their tracks.
Maybe when you think about, it's like twofold. Okay. It's get a grip, people. These teams are 6-6. Sort of snark from me.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, get a grip. Oh, but it's also, those are good teams. Those are good names. Those are teams that people still believe in. Like earlier this morning, Paul had a poll question. AFC team that's still in the best shape we were talking about. And the first team he said, all right, the Bills. Well, the Bills are out of the playoffs. They're not in good shape at all. They're terrible. But you think in your head, how would they not be good? You just assume you automatically put them right at the top of the AFC.
Okay.
They're a team that people still believe in, is my point.
Yes, they do. But they have their starting quarterback, too. That helps. Where the Bengals don't.
So far this year, it hasn't helped much, but.
No. I was thinking about the numbers here with quarterbacks. 67 quarterbacks have thrown a pass this season. Now, that's third most through week 13 in the last 12 years. 2022, 70 quarterbacks had thrown at least one pass. 2020, 71 had thrown a pass. 18 teams have started the same quarterback every week through week 13. That's the most since 2016. 10 rookie quarterbacks have thrown at least one pass this season. That's tied for the most in any season in the last 13 years.
Woo! Ow! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! This is the stat of the day! Woo!
Stat of the day, brought to you by Panini America, the official trading cards of this program. Yes, Paul?
You're going to hate this question. Does the NFL look again at enhancing rules to protect the quarterback?
Okay, well, how do you protect Trevor Lawrence from his own teammate
I don't know. I don't know, but the NFL almost always looks at moves to protect the quarterback. I don't know what's left. No, you can't hit him in the knees. You can't hit him in the head. You can't land on him. You can't hit him late. I don't know if there's another move, but they always look to that because that, to them, that equals ratings.
Well, they want to add another game, too, and the players want to add another game as well.
Did you see last night when Trevor Lawrence went down, C.J. Beathard comes in. On his first run, he runs down the field, and he kind of jacks his left wrist, and he got up, and I was like, there is no other quarterback in the building. They would have had to go to a position.
Troy Aikman would have had to come down and play quarterback for both teams.
That's good TV.
Yes, Seton.
There's no rule you could possibly put in place to stop your teammate from stepping on your foot, though.
Yeah. I mean, how many of these injuries are preventable from the standpoint of it was self-induced, your teammate did something, just kind of a fluke? Like, how much of this is really due to the hits that you're taking? I'd be curious about that. I mean, they've done their best. They've gone above and beyond the call of duty to protect these quarterbacks. A lot of these quarterbacks need to protect these quarterbacks. Sometimes they're trying to extend a play, don't go out of bounds, you're going to take on somebody. Like, there's certain things. I mean, Peyton Manning would just go down in a fetal position. When he threw an interception or he's going to get sacked, he'd just go down. Like, let's not even, deal with any of this. Yes, Todd?
Or he just gun it into the ground and just say, forget this play. Moving on to the next one.
Thank you, Todd.
You're welcome.
All right.
You know who's done that this year? Tua. If he doesn't have it, he just buries it towards like the running back's feet. He says, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah. You got to live to see another play. But I didn't watch the game last night going, man, there's a real problem. This is they had a chance. They had a game-winning drive. Yes, he does get hurt. Your quarterback comes in. The value of a backup quarterback. Now the backup to the backup quarterback, like Brock Purdy. I mean, imagine if they didn't have Brock Purdy. Would the Niners be the favorite? Would they be the best team in football? And the answer is no. I mean, Brock Purdy has been great. Now, I don't know if he's the MVP. I don't think he's the MVP on his own team. I think Deebo Samuel is. But we have to have somebody win this award. It feels like we're like, you this week or you this week. Lamar Jackson, if he has a big game or a couple of big games, might leapfrog. Tua is still in the mix there. Jalen Hurts. Dak Prescott has the best chance, I think, to win the MVP.